Welcome back to my channel. My name is Belle and this is the Belle Perspective. And today we're going to be reviewing Love and Marriage, Huntsville. This episode was not, it wasn't hitting on nothing, but you know what? We're going to talk about it anyway. So let's get to it, shall we? Yeah. So it starts back up with where Wanda, they're at Wanda's tasting. Kiki is arguing with Marceau and Tisha. Kiki walks in. She's like, "Hey, girl," and she was like, "Hey, girl, you look cute, you look cute. I called you. Oh, girl, you know I was busy. Oh, you not talking to me? Why?" That's Kiki. Ma'am, you know good and goddamn well why Tisha ain't talking to you. Anyway, so they go to they start to argue. "You're telling my personal business" to Marceau, and Marceau went back and told the host, and excuse me, knock knock. It's me, it's Belle here. It's knock knock, it's me, right? "What is your personal business? Are you gonna tell us? Because we want to know. Well, we want to know. The people have a right to know, okay? You keep referring to it, you keep alluding to it. What is it? You might as well let us know." And quiet as it's kept, word on the curb is it was bed bugs. It was bed bugs. That's what they say. Now, again, bed bugs are very embarrassing. Bed bugs are not ideal, right? But girl, the way you was talking, it made you sound like you had a drug addiction, girl. Like, don't invite Kiki over, she'll steal your PlayStation. Like, that's how it sounded because you keep putting this so much emphasis on it, right? If you spray your own tea, nobody else can spray it for you, girl. Now we won't really want to know. Anyway, so Kiki's like, "You told Marceau and you betrayed me, the most personal business of mine." I'm like, girl, well, damn, did he tell you he had an STD or something? I don't know. Because their defense was, if I didn't tell the Holtz when you came over to their house, I would be a bad friend as well. It really sounds like bed bugs to me. I don't know. The verdict is still out, but I'm believing that it's bed bugs. Anyway. So Kiki's saying, well, if I tell your business, and Marceau was like, say it. Say what you got. Say what you got. I'll burn this whole thing down. I'm like, what burning needs to happen here, Marceau? What is happening? What is happening here? What is happening here exactly? Please. I would really like to, I really want to know what's happening here. And Kiki was like, "I bet you will, I bet you will." And then Marceau starts going off on Kiki. And then Kiki's husband jumps in. And then Marceau is trying to like calm Kiki's husband down. It was just a mess. And the irony, I think the most ironic thing about the episode was Wanda telling them, "Y'all need to calm down. Don't be bringing no drama to my event." Wanda? Really? Miss, I'm gonna come get the party started, light a match, walk off and smile and laugh, Wanda? Okay. Isn't that the irony? I'll shut this whole thing down if y'all don't get y'all shit together. Okay, Wanda. Okay. Anyway, so they're asking Kiki, like, "Kiki, don't you see that Mel is trying to use you? Don't you see that she's trying to pit you against your cousin?" And Kiki's like, "I don't see that. I honestly don't see that. I honestly don't see that." Kiki, girl, if you don't see that, then I don't know what to tell you, girl. That's kind of what? I think Kiki just want to be on TV and she's not trying to hear that. So, there was a part where Kiki was like, it was almost like Kiki wanted to tell some business about Marceau. And that's when Marceau got hyped and was like, say it, I'll burn this whole thing, I'll spray this whole thing. What is happening? I am curious. Inquiring minds want to know. Anyway, okay, so Kimmie, I'm jumping around here, but Kimmie is trying to play peacemaker. I don't know why. I don't know why she's doing that. She went to Mel with that foolishness, and Mel was looking at her like, "Girl, what?" Like, girl, what? Kimmie, stop. We don't need you to do that. It's annoying. What you need to be doing is trying to figure out what your husband was doing in Atlanta them years ago. Okay, I know you said y'all weren't together, but y'all did buy a house. That's what you need to be tending to instead of be trying to tend to somebody else's business. But that I guess that ain't none of my business, and that's neither here nor there, right? Anyway, so Kimmie goes to meet with Destiny. Destiny's still talking about the loss of a friendship with Mel. Destiny, please don't let this be your storyline. First of all, Mel sprayed your business in the street, how she was paying your bills and stuff. Ma'am, personally, you wouldn't even be able to breathe Mel's name in my house if I were you, period. And I would have it for her own site at every given time if I had the opportunity. I just couldn't. I just couldn't. Anyway, so she's talking about, how she's mourning the loss of a friend, and Kimmie's like, isn't this just a speed bump? Kimmie, stop. Kimmie, stop. We don't need you to do this. This is completely unnecessary. And then Destiny was saying that how she didn't understand how her and Stormy got off on a bad foot at Jalen's housewarming party. She didn't think that Sweetie was an insulting thing to say. Now again, Destiny, ma'am, how can I defend you? How can I be in your corner when you lying? I know you lying. That's craziness. Ain't no way. Amongst women, we know when someone's calling us sweetie as we're arguing with that person, that is a term to be condescending. We all know the code. Everyone who's an intelligent woman knows that. Don't do this. And don't be talking about being from the South. Ma'am, you're not even from the South. What are you talking about? You trying to play with our intelligence, and I don't like that. You're being intellectually dishonest, and that's not okay. I don't like that. And it's starting to sound like you're trying to play the strings to make us feel sad for you about this whole melody thing. Like, if you were open and honest about things, I could get behind you a little bit more. But girl, I can't get behind this is craziness. It's ridiculous, girl. Stop. It's really annoying. And I hope you're not gonna make this whole Mel thing your storyline, because girl, you sounding real sad. You need to get you something else to do. So then Tiffany and Lewis, and I'm just gonna be honest with you, their interaction is completely awkward to me. I don't know if it's their marriage. I don't know. It just seems very forced. It seems just very uneasy. I personally, ill. So Tiffany goes to the compound, which is, I guess, Lewis's training thing or whatever Lewis does for a living. And she's basically acting salty, like, why didn't you ask me about my trip to Utah, Alabama in search of my birth father? And he was like, damned if I do, damned if I don't. If I ask her, if I don't ask her, I'm still in trouble. But honestly, Lewis, let's be real. You were salty because she opted to have Mel go instead of you, which I don't know why she would do that. You should have been on that trip. It should have been a thing that you shared with your wife, but you're not about to play with me like that. You being salty. You salty. Yeah, so he's like, well, now that you brought it up, let's talk about it. And so she talks about how, that it could have been a whole thing, could have been lynched. They're talking about potentially being lynched in the 80s, 70s, 80s, for being in an interracial relationship, and just all of that, and just eye-opening stuff. Lewis had no idea. He was shocked, right? And then she mentions what Destiny had said to her a couple episodes ago about how, Mel being her work friend, because Lewis brings up, this is how I know he's salty about it. He was like, well, did you appreciate Mel coming? Did you like that Mel came? And she was like, yeah, I really, really appreciated it. Destiny said that Mel and I are just work friends. I don't know. How could I be a work friend? I mean, she invited me to her house for a sleepover. You don't do that with work friends. I mean, I don't even know what a work friend is, girl. Again, y'all are trying to be intellectually dishonest with us, and it's getting annoying because, ma'am, deep down inside you really are a work friend. You don't really know Mel like that. You don't know Mel like that. You don't. You don't. And I'm there's nothing that you can say to try to convince me otherwise. You're just not finna do that. Not finna. Anyway, Tiffany and what is his name? Lewis? Child, throw them away, child. They are so boring to me. They don't have, every time I see them, I just be like, I'm happy she's looking for her birth father, and I hope she does find her birth father, but I don't care about their story. I really don't. I'm sorry. Okay, moving on. So Martell in the park meeting Melnika, his manager. He's talking about the wine tasting and how he's going to invite about 30 to 40 people, make it an intimate thing, give away 30 to 40 bottles for everybody to try. The wine is named after his grandmother. He got on no tight ass suit, just like a piece, like the shirt is open. I'm just like, he think he is so fine. He think he's so fine. He not. I'll be honest with you, and I put this on everything I love. I never thought Martell was that. I never thought he was that dude. I never thought he was that dude. I never thought he was fine. I always thought he was just, I just couldn't. His personality, his arrogance, and not even just arrogance, his personality altogether. He just doesn't have a good personality to me. It's awful. It's actually awful. Ew. I even hate the way he walked. Like, it just, isn't that bad? Good God, I don't have nothing nice to say about that man. Anyway, so Melnika's checking up on him about the whole builder's license and finding out, hey, where you are with the test. And he's like, oh, I'm going to pass the test. And she was like, yeah, good, because I want you to help me build my mansion. And he was like, oh, just so you know, I can build your mansion now. She was like, but license ain't under your name, Martell. He was like, but I own part of the company. No, but the license still ain't under your name. He was like, well, you know, okay, I get it. Martell, what? Throw him away too. Throw him away too. Throw him away. And then I think one of the last things that just stood out to me was the coffee chat with Marceau and Tisha. Lordy B. So they're kind of reflecting on the conversation or the whole incident with at Wanda's tasting, and Marceau is like, or Tisha's like, you know, my family's looking out for me. They think that I'm too soft on you. They think that when I ask you a question, you don't answer directly. So going forward, can you answer questions directly? And Marceau was like, yeah, but that's fine. I can do that as long as you answer respectful questions. As long as you ask respectful questions. I'm not about to play with Marceau. Because at the end of the day, what that means is, if I deem it, and it's subjective, right? It's completely subjective to him. If I think a question that you're asking me is disrespectful, I'm not going to answer it, and I don't have the right to. So that means every question she asks is eventually, potentially going to become disrespectful in his thought. Just so he doesn't have to answer any questions at all. I'm gonna tell Marceau, all y'all, I'm not about to play with y'all. I am not about to play with y'all. I'm not about to play with y'all. I'm not. But Tisha, girl, you married him, girl. That's your husband, girl. That's your husband, girl. I'm not about to. The way I would have laughed in his face, I'm like, I'm not about to play with you. I'm not about to play. Anyway, so the final scene, guys are going to Atlanta in a truck, and Martell, I feel like Martell's so bitter about losing his family that he will do anything to try to set up the guys. I really feel like he is so bitter about losing his family. It's all his fault now, all of his fault, but I don't think he would ever take the appropriate accountability. So he was like, we hitting up the strip club, we doing this, we doing that. These 3 men that you bringing along with you are married. Why would you do that? And in the next episode, we see they take the guys to a hotel, and it's about 20 to 30 women that are there. Martell just be trolling. Martell be trying to get y'all. And then all the guys are sharing, like, on the way there, what the women said. Oh, have had a time in your life. Have a good time. none of y'all ain't. Y'all. I'm not about to play with y'all. I am not about to do it. But you know what? Them is y'all husbands. Them is y'all's husbands. Anyway, thank you for watching. My name is Belle. Get down in the comment section. Let me know what you thought about the episode. What is Martell up to? Because I really truly feel like he's on a mission to try to break up some homes. Because he mad because his shit broke up. The True Hope fashion. What do y'all think about Tisha? Tisha and the disrespectful questions that she asked. What do y'all think about Wanda? The irony of her telling people don't bring no bullshit to her her event when she stayed bringing bullshit to other people's stuff. This was her karma. I don't know. What do y'all think? Get in the comments. Let me know what you think. My name is Belle. This is the Belle Perspective, and I'll see y'all later. Take care.